How's it going, everyone? We've got another major Black Friday reveal in the GameStop ad that has just dropped. I want to highlight this as there's a lot of notable stuff on here. Whether or not you go to GameStop and you buy your games from GameStop, that is kind of irrelevant because we all know that Amazon will be price matching like the lowest deals that are available, the lowest price deals that are available, and GameStop has some pretty good ones that I will highlight. I'll go over everything and I'll go through the entire ad page by page. The first page is the coverage of all of the Nintendo stuff. There's a bunch of Nintendo Switch games that are on sale, which, you know, Nintendo games do hold up in price, so credit to them on that. They've got $30 and $40 games. Super Mario Odyssey being $30 and seeing that as a W is kind of crazy because that game came out 8 years ago. I believe it was a launch year Nintendo Switch 1 title, which is insane to think about, but hey, there you go with that. They've got the Switch 2 promoted, but there's obviously no deals on that. Sonic Racing Crossworlds is discounted to $45 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch. Love to see that. This was a game that as it was coming out, there was some, you know, pushback on the $70 price tag, and I just saw it as, dude, it's a Sega game. It's gonna get cheaper by Black Friday. Just wait like 8 weeks and you'll get it considerably cheaper. And here you go. It is $45 here. It's unfortunate because now with these Sonic titles being at $70, historically, you know, like Sonic Frontiers was down to $35 during the holidays. Sonic X Shadow Generations was down to $30. You had Sonic Superstars down to $30. So now with the $70 like base price, I guess $45 is probably the lowest we're gonna go. Maybe another spot will have it for $40, but yeah, I still think $45 is pretty decent for a really well done arcade kart racer. So yeah, good discount on that. Up to 50% off on a bunch of sports games. All right, you guys don't care about that. Battlefield 6, they're promoting Split Fiction, which I would imagine is gonna go on sale at some spot, but they're not noting a discount. Borderlands 4, they're promoting at $55, which is like a scam discount. It's already $48 on Amazon. But this is just what's gonna happen. Some spots are gonna have games cheaper than others. I honestly don't know if the different spots like work together and be like, all right, you get this one a little bit cheaper, we'll take this one a little bit cheaper. I feel like that would be pretty effective, but honestly, I don't know the ongoings as far as how that's going down. But Borderlands 4, $55. Definitely, if you want to pick it up, $48 and at Amazon is the best route to go. And even that price point, you guys know how I feel. The smart money play is to wait a couple of years and get the Super Ultra Deluxe Edition for, you know, $30 whenever that does go on sale. Mafia: The Old Country is down to $40. Another one that's not very good. It's already $30 at Best Buy. $40 is not discounted enough. $30 would be ideal, so that's going to be a pass. NBA 2K26, $30 a pop on those. On each platform. WWE 2K25 is $25 on PS5, $25 on PS4, $25 on Xbox Series, and then $50 on Nintendo Switch 2, as it did just drop on Nintendo Switch 2. Some newer games discounted. Okay, we have Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. That is down to $50. A little bit of a discount on that. I believe it released at $60. So what are these discounts, man? Back in the day, you guys, I feel like Black Friday, even for the games that came out that holiday, you would see a lot of them get down from $60 to $40 to $35. And yeah, games of the quality level of Bloodlines 2 being $50. Like, what is going on here? Like, as far as there's one other deal that I think is quite good here, but as far as the deals that we've covered so far, as far as new games are concerned, the one deal that I think has really been a standout has been the $30 Mafia: The Old Country deal. Outside of that, everything has been just kind of it's okay. Like, Borderlands 4 for $48 is okay, but just knowing that there's so much more content to that game that's gonna be tied behind that, that makes it not as good. But like Bloodlines 2 for $50, who's gonna pay that? Nobody's trying to pay $50 for Bloodlines 2. Maybe if it was like this is a game that should be $35. Really, it should be $35, and I think a lot of people would be like, hey, it just came out, even though the reviews aren't that good, it's heavily discounted, I'll pay $35 for it. $50 is insanity. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna jump out of my seat for a $10 discount on a game that wasn't reviewed all that well, wasn't received all that well, but I digress. Killing Floor 3, $20. Monster Jam Showdown, $20. Undisputed is $30. And then I would say another really, really good deal. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is $30. That's a really good deal. A Game of the Year contender, $30. I think that's an awesome pickup on a game that you can get a insane amount of hours on, and if it goes for that price on Amazon as well, which I imagine it will at some point, that is actually a really good pickup. I would put that as like the second best deal on the 2025 game releases that we've seen so far. I would say Mafia: The Old Country, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 have been the two best deals, so those are two games that I would highly recommend you to pick up. KCD 2 certainly is not going to be for everyone. The combat is off-putting to some people, but the exploration, the content, the story, that game is fantastic in a lot of areas, so definitely a good deal there. MotoGP 25, $30. Monster Energy Supercross, $30. Like, so much real estate being given out to these like yearly sports games like MotoGP, Monster Energy Supercross, pages of the flyer for NBA and Madden. I get it, these games sell, but for my money, not what I like to see. You've got EA College Football discounts, okay. Alright, we got the PlayStation page that is discounted as well, and this gives us a little bit more insight on the specific deals that will be available. Spider-Man 2, new low price on this. Spider-Man 2 will be down to $30, so that does make sense. It's usually 2 years after these big budget games come out that they get down in the $30 range. What it will be is, let's say a game comes out in the fall of a year. Fall of a year, it comes out, no discount that same holiday. The first discount for the game will be at days of play the following year. Then that same discount will be available for Black Friday of that year. And then the following year, you'll see it get the heavier discounts. And that's what you're seeing with Spider-Man 2 here, being down to $30. If you're one of the 4 people that watch this channel and don't own Spider-Man 2, obviously pick it up. I don't think Spider-Man 2 is as good of a game as the first one, but I still think it's a solid game, and I think from a gameplay standpoint, it's quite a bit better. And for $30, certainly a good pickup. Last of Us Part 1 and 2, $30 a pop on those. Last of Us Part 1 being $30 still is kind of egregious, given that that game came out in September of 2022, and its initial price point was already egregious of $70, and I'll get to it in a second, but God of War Ragnarok came out after Last of Us Part 1, and it's at a cheaper price point, but I guess some games are just gonna hold up in price. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, $30 on that. Helldivers 2, $30 on that. And then the Helldivers 2 deal, I will say, is quite good. You know, good little discount on that. God of War Ragnarok, $20 for that, which is a great deal. That's a historic low price for God of War Ragnarok, so solid price on that. And I only say the Helldivers 2 price is good because Helldivers 2 rarely goes on sale, but that game did come out like damn near 2 years ago at this point, so, you know, it is what it is as far as that deal is concerned as well. And they are going over PS Portal, $180. Dualsense controllers are $55 to $60. The Pulse wireless earbuds, those are discounted as well. Games for PlayStation 5 newer games, Yote is $70. They just have it listed at $70. However, Lost Soul Aside is $40, and Death Stranding 2 is $50. So I think Death Stranding 2 is remarkable. I was just hoping it would go down to $40 to $45, given that Best Buy, like a month ago, had Death Stranding 2 for $50, so they're just mimicking that deal once again. I mean, it's still a great deal, and the game is phenomenal. Play Death Stranding 1 first, of course, if you haven't, but Death Stranding 2 is outstanding, and it's 1B for my Game of the Year, behind, or next to Expedition 33. They also do note, buy 2, get 1 free on select Funko Pops, so yeah, nobody cares about that. Save $25 on pre-owned PS4 and Xbox One consoles, nobody really cares about that. They've got $20 or less score deals on select games like LEGO 2K Drive Carnival Games, Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered, $20 or less, and $30 or less as a section as well. Honestly, kinda trash, you guys, kinda trash, not gonna lie. This is pretty trash. Oh, I will say, for those of you looking to pick up a PS5 console, they do have the Ghost of Yote PlayStation 5 limited edition console for $500. That's pretty decent. You know, if you're looking to pick up a PS5 console, I think that's a pretty decent pickup, but overall, pretty trash, pretty trash. KCD 2, the standout deal here for sure, and yeah, a lot of just garbage deals, like Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines do $50. Mafia Old Country, because it's $30 at Best Buy, trash. Borderlands 4, $55, trash there as well. And Sonic Racing Crossworlds, $45 on that is really good. So those are the 3 standout deals here. Everything else is kind of mid, kind of terrible. But Death Stranding 2, you know, that's okay. Lost Soul aside, you know, it's the new low price on that game, but it definitely isn't worth that price point. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Sound off in the comment section down below, and hopefully we'll get some better ads, because this one, pretty terrible. You know, some decent PlayStation stuff, but across the board, not too good. Again, that'll do it for me. Your thoughts down below. As always, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.